Hello friends, today I'm going to do a life update chit chat. So I hope you're prepared because you know what happens when I chit chat. The videos go a little bit longer. But I am going to feature some products from Nordstrom. This video is in collaboration with Nordstrom. And today we are going to be playing with the Charlotte Tilbury Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. And I haven't even tried it. It just came in the mail. It looks like this. It's got a lot of nice little colors into it. It does have a lot of satin to it, but we're going to play with it and see if we can make it work for our 61-year-old face. And then I went ahead and I bought some of these Hourglass Confession lipsticks, ultra slim, high intensity, refillable lipsticks. I've seen people talk about these, and I actually have never seen them, especially since I haven't been to the mall in about a year. I'm going to give these a try. So I thought what I would do is try to stick with a lot of Charlotte Tilbury, but everything that I'm using will be listed and linked below, and it is all from Nordstrom. So let's get started. Gonna be a life update, my friends. You know what I do? I think I'm gonna breeze through the other products, and they'll all be listed below. I just tell you what they are. Colors and everything will be below, so we can get a lot of chit chat in without making the video an hour. Okay? Okay, so we are going to get started, and I'm going to start with the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I want a little bit of glow on my skin because, you know, it is the holidays, so let's put a little bit of glow on. And this one here works really well for me because it doesn't have a whole lot of glitter. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my hands to massage this in, and while I am going to talk your ear off. All right, so why don't we start with our house in New York, because I get many people that ask, did your house sell? It has not sold yet. We've had quite a people view it, but it's interesting because a lot of the people that are viewing it have children with handicap, and the house is not really set up for handicap because no one's ever lived in it that was handicapped, and I didn't have any relatives or anything that I needed or that we needed to prepare the house for. So that has deterred people from buying it because they would have to put too much money into it just to get it set up for their loved one. So it has prevented it from selling quickly. And then we've had some other people that have had smaller children that have needed more bedrooms, and it only had 4 bedrooms. And you know, a lot of people like to have a bedroom that their parents can stay in if they don't live locally, and a lot of these people that are looking at it, they don't have family local, so they have a lot of guests that would be coming from time to time. So that has prevented it from selling as well. We did have someone look at it the other day, and he is a sports figure, and he is actually looking at it for his mother, and the only thing that they would need to do is to paint it to her liking. So we are waiting to hear back as to whether he's very interested, but he's just working out those details with his mom. So we are still waiting to see, and when it does sell, unfortunately, if it sells now, we will probably have to travel back there because we have to get all of our things. Everything is still in the home. Some is in storage because the realtor, as I mentioned, she wanted a lot of things in the storage unit. So I will have to sort through a lot of things. She's done a great job for us, though. She really has. You know, in the beginning, I was a little bit, why is she moving everything? Why is she doing this? But, you know, I had to really just accept the fact that she knows what she's doing. She's a very, very nice woman. She did own a local restaurant, her and her husband, and it was our most favorite restaurant. We knew her husband a little bit more because she was always busy with real estate, and he was running the restaurant, and I think his son-in-law was the chef. Just really, really a great restaurant. They did close, and that will be missed by many, many people in the area. But, you know, she has done a great job, and she takes care of everything for us, so I can't complain about anything. In the beginning, I was a little bit, it's like, I don't want my stuff moved. I don't want it. I love the way the house looks. But like I said, she knows what she's doing. So we let her go ahead and do it. And but anyway, so we are waiting to see. It's really hard to sell a house in Buffalo because our winters are really harsh. Like they're expecting lots of snow. Nobody wants to move in 0 temperatures. Nobody. I just used the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation. I'm just going to take a little bit of this underneath my eyes now because I forgot to bring a concealer over here and I don't feel like getting up. So I am going to just apply foundation up and around my eyes. I'll just put some of that over there and we'll be good to go. So that's where it stands with the house. I am still having a difficult time with finding or understanding how insurance works for my mammograms, my MRI. On my breast, I have to have a 3D mammogram. I have to have ultrasound and MRIs every time, at least yearly. They really do the MRI on me every 6 months, and because I have a lot of situations that they watch. And I've been very blessed to not have any problems with any of them. But it has been over a year now, and that is not good. And if there are women out there watching me that you have not had a mammogram and you just ignore those things, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. And it is weighing heavy on me. I have asked around. I have gotten a few suggestions. I tried to make an appointment with a dentist down here, and he said, well, his secretary said, well, he's not going to see you until he has all your records. And because my dentist is in New York and their hours are very limited now because a lot of things are still closed down in New York, I have not been able to catch them in the office to have my x-rays sent down because they won't even take an appointment until they see that I have good teeth. So we'll see. He came recommended from some of the men that Lou golfs with. But we have one of Lou's partners who retired. Him and his wife and all of their children live down here. And their son is a ear, nose, and throat specialist. And I did call her and ask. And she gave me some names of doctors. But I have to stay within a network in order for my insurance to work. And we haven't, because it's confusing. When you're moving, there's a lot to think about. But right now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury powder, one of my favorites. Again, everything will be listed in a link below and can be purchased at Nordstrom. So anyway, getting back to my little story, it's really hard because, like, I can have anything I want done, but as you all know, some of them will cost a lot of money. For instance, I think they told me for me to have my MRI here, I would have a $2,000 copay, and then I would have to pay, on top of that, I would have to pay the radiologist who reads the report and have any other doctor fees that are involved. So our intention was not to be here all year. It was to go home, and I had everything booked for when we go home to our real doctors where our insurance is, and we are going to transfer over. I think we're going to go with Florida Blue, just because I hear a lot of people talk about that. And then if you go with Florida Blue and we go to visit New York, they have Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And it's a lot easier because when we first started coming down here, we had Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And then we could just sign up for the months that we were here and we were covered under Florida Blue. But now we have Independent Health. And in Independent Health, you have to stay with a network of doctors, so I have to go online, and so far, all of the doctors that have been referred to me, none of them are in the network. So that would mean astronomical medical bills. So just have to keep looking. If anybody lives in anywhere from Naples to Cape Coral area, I'll stretch it out. And you have a good gynecologist, a good primary doctor. I prefer female. It's just my comfort level, but a really good gynecologist, and I don't want a very old doctor. I just prefer somebody who is a little bit younger and continues to educate themselves, because the older doctors, they have a tendency to grandfather out where they don't have to do their continued education. I know that because of Lou. Lou had to get 50, was it 50? 50 credit hours every year of continued education or learning. So right now we're using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Again, listed and linked below. Everything's at Nordstrom. So I'm just going to place this on the cheek, and I'm lifting it up a little higher these days. And then I'm going up and around. And notice I'm tapping it on. But I'm lifting it up a little bit higher to lift the cheeks up. And it must work, because a lot of people will say to me, "You've had something done. Did you have fillers put in your cheeks?" I did not. I will not. God is my witness. On the life of anybody I love, I will not have fillers put in my cheeks, because I have high cheekbones and it would look like I have 2 golf balls sitting on there. So no, thank you. So I have been placing the bronzer up higher. And these days when we're wearing masks, I really am not even wearing foundation on the whole face. I just do the part that shows around the mask. And I've become pretty good at it, my friends. So I'm just going to keep going and build up that bronzer up and around. And boy, do I need my roots done. I have to tell you, now don't get excited, okay? Some of you will get so excited. And I'm just to the point where, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that the back of my hair, probably this much of it, is silver. I have not colored the back of my hair for over a year. I color only what I can reach and see. And yes, Lou could do it for me, but I usually color my hair when Lou is not home, just to get it out of the way. And I have left the back because I just can't reach it with my shoulders or my hands or see what I'm doing. So all of the back of my hair is silver, and it's an unattractive silver. It is not pretty. The front of my hair is pure white, which is pretty. I love pure white hair, but I do not like, for me, because I am yellow toned, I do not like that dark silvery gray hair on me. Now I do have a streak right here that is that streak, but I have it sprayed because I'll end up pulling my hair back when I'm done here. So I have it all sprayed, so you won't see the gray. You only see the gray when I do this, but if I were to hold my head like this, you really don't see the grays. So getting back to what I was going to say. Now don't get excited, my friends, because it's not written in stone. But I'm actually considering, I talked to Lou about this too, and he doesn't care one way or the other. He's just like, whatever makes you happy. And I said, well, I want you to like it too. He goes, I don't care if you cut your hair all off. You do what you like. He said, I like your long hair. I like your blonde hair. But if you want it white, then you do it white. If you want it short, you wear it short. He's that type, but you know, I mean, that's how they talk. But he doesn't be looking at me saying, why did she cut her long hair? Why did she go white? I don't know how to tell her I don't like this. All right, so anyway, getting back to it, I'm considering it. I'm just considering going until we go back to Buffalo, which we will go back to Buffalo just for a small amount of time around May 30th for the month of June. And just so then we'll get all of our doctor appointments, our dentist, everybody. We'll get everybody booked and scheduled, and our eye exams, everything. Just to, you know, I just feel good about my doctors. I love my doctors in Buffalo. I love them. My gynecologist, oh my God, she's so fabulous. She's about 48, 49 years old, and she's just so with it, and she really just listens. And you know, when I complain about menopause things, which I don't have much of anymore, my friends, if you want me to do an updated menopause video, you let me know. If you want me to do an updated video on how I'm struggling with weight, you let me know, because I know that all of you want to know that you are not alone. And my friends, you are not alone. It is a constant struggle for me to keep the weight off, and I am very active. I have admitted that I am a sugar addict, but I try to be very, very good. And, you know, I'm doing a version of low carb right now, and it's really so far not working for me, friends, at all. And I don't know why, because it's exactly what I did for Lou, and he dropped 32 pounds, no problem. Now I'm going in with the Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury Blush, and I'm just going to place this right up onto the cheekbone. And this has its own kind of satin to it, so you don't have to really add a highlighter. And I'm just placing it higher up on the cheek. And if you need to use a smaller brush to really learn to control, go ahead and grab yourself a smaller brush. I'll just play with one right now. Pack it up with your Charlotte Tilbury or whatever blush you love, and just tap it higher onto the cheekbone. And you see how pretty that looks? And then you can go ahead and sweep whatever's left over on your brow bone. All right, and then I will just go in with the powder brush, and I'm going to lightly blend that down. Looks great, doesn't it? Love it. All right, so we covered the house, we covered my medical situation, we covered my hair. So for Christmas, we are going over to Boca to my brother's, and a lot of people will say, they'll leave in the comments, I don't know how you can do that with COVID running wild and this, that, and the other, and Florida being a hotbed. I know my family, and I know what they do. They are not careless with their lives. They don't go out. They're not doing anything. I got a wild hair, and it's probably Harley's, or it could be Little Lula's, who knows. But anyway, I feel safe around my family. I really do. My brother they don't do anything unnecessary. They truly don't. I mean, Ashley cares so much about her son. She is not going to take a chance of bringing anything home to her son. And also, my brother, he works, that's it. And because a lot of things are closed down with what he does, he's usually, he's in like a little bubble of the same people, that's it. You know, and I know you have to think about, well, where are those people? It's like Lou golfs every day, but he has a bubble. There's a bubble of them, and they have dividers on the cart, and they won't let anyone new come into their group, and none of them, they have all agreed that none of them will golf outside of their bubble, and their wives do the same thing. They only stay within the bubble. So they have been around each other for a whole year, and all of them, thank God, have been healthy. And these men are much older than Lou, so they take it serious. So we are very, very responsible during this time. So I feel good about going over to my brother's, and I'm excited. And I'm going to get my hair done from Ashley's stylist. And the salon sanitizes, they demand masks, and you know, they all wear protective. They have different, I think most salons are changing the capes out. They have paper. They don't reuse anything on anybody without sanitizing, especially. So I'm feeling really excited about getting some trimmed off of my hair. My hair is healthy, but it definitely needs a trim. It was never my intention to grow my hair this long. I do like my hair to hit below my bra strap in the back. That's as long as I usually wear it. I have enjoyed wearing it very long here in Florida because the longer my hair is, the better I do with frizz because of the weight of my hair. It holds my hair down. If I have a lot of layers and then humidity hits, I get round. It poofs out. And so having the long layers really has worked well for me. So I'm not going to be getting a lot cut off of it, but a little bit. All right, so let's go now. All right, so I have all of that on. I'm going to go ahead and start playing with this palette. And here is where I probably will stop the chit chat. So I'm going to go in, and I think I'm going to start with Happy Glow. And I'm going to go right in the center, this light peach. And I'm just going to pick some up. Woo! Look how much came up on that brush. That's a lot. So we're going to tap it into the mirror because that will end up all over my face. And then I'm just going to go ahead and apply that into the crease. I was going to go for a very smoky kind of look, and I still might, but the lipsticks that I purchased, one is a very pretty red. So this is really a pretty color. It's a little bit more than a peach. Has a little bit of orange undertone, which works really well for me. It's blending well. And I'm just gonna fill that in. I might take a little bit more of it and just come right down closest to the lid. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it all the way down and then just slightly above the crease. I'm not adding any more when I go above the crease though. Very nice. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And I'll go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, so that's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, so now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in over to the Seducing Glow, which is a deeper brown. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Now I wanna work with a smaller brush on this. So we'll go ahead and pick some of that up. Just a nice chocolatey brown. And I'm tapping it into the brush so I don't get much fallout with it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just apply that to the outer corner. I'm not coming up too far with this though. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. Really pretty color. Do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, so there are the two colors. I would actually leave it just like this. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna pick up some of the satin finish here, just a little bit of it. I'm gonna use my fingers for this. And I think using the finger with a satin finish for me just really gives it a nice application. And I'm just going to go ahead and place that right in the center. And then I will smooth it. And then I'll just drag it towards the inner eye. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. And that's what that's looking like. Very holiday, my friends. Very holiday-ish. And I'll do the other eye as well. Then we're going to take a clean brush. I'm just using a Tom Ford. And I'm going to go over that and really just soften it and blend it down so I have no harsh lines showing you where I stop and start. So I went ahead and put my eyebrows on off camera. I know, I cheated. What I want to do now is I need a little bit of something underneath the eye, and you know I don't like to wear a lot of mascara, and I also don't use a liner. So I'm going to go in with the first color and just tap it into the mirror. And I will just go ahead and put some of that underneath. I'm going to turn the brush around and really smudge that out. Now I'm going to go in with the YSL, and I like this just as a little bit of a finisher on the higher parts of the cheek. I think it just helps to lift, my friends, just helps to lift. And after you apply it, and then I'll do some in the middle of the forehead, a little bit on the chin, just a touch on the nose, that's it. Just gives a subtle, subtle glow, and that was from YSL. Okay, so I need to curl my eyelashes, put some mascara on, and then we're going to do our lips. All right, so I curled my lashes. I'm going to go in with Giorgio Armani mascara. And I wanted to ask you, so how many of you are ready for the holidays? Are you ready for Christmas? Do you celebrate Hanukkah? How are your holidays going for you? Did you end up baking a lot of things for the holiday cookies? I know that Laura Vitale has been busy with her baking, and she's got her little sous chef there. Mia, her daughter, is adorable. I have not. I told you I wasn't going to bake, and I did not. I'm making one cheesecake to take to my brother's with me, and I may make a pot of lasagna or a pan of lasagna or something to take, because we're going over on the 23rd. We're taking the girls with us. We'll take their crates with us, because if we don't take the crates, they will try to eat everything at my brother's and they will pee and poop. because they'll be nervous. So that's what will happen. And then Lou and I will get no sleep because they'll be on the beds. And if you have a doodle, you will know that doodles know no boundaries. They don't care. They walk all over you. They do not care. So we will take them because my brother loves them. And he said, don't put your dogs in the kennel, because we were going to for just the 2 days. But I said to Lou, we could bring their crates. And he goes, yeah, let's do that. Let's not leave them behind. We love them so much. We really do. Anyway, so my brother said, don't kennel them. I love them. And Harley, oh, she loves my brother. She loves him. My brother went with Lou. When we came down here last year, my brother flew in and he drove down with Lou and the girls. So he became very attached at that 24-hour period to Harley and Lula, but especially Harley, because Harley is my lover. She wants to cuddle you. She wants to, she's a snuggler. She will just crawl in your lap and just lay there with you. And she's just that type of dog where Lula, wherever I go, Lula has to be there. If I come up here, Lula, is in this room. If I go in that bathroom, Lula is right by the door. If I go downstairs into our bedroom, Lula is with me. She never leaves me, but she is cold, cold, cold. That girl does not, when you hug her, you can feel her. She's like this, where Harley just melts right into your love, where Lula is just totally different, but Lula is incredibly loyal. She cannot be without me. And I would say that Harley is more attached to Lou, and Lula is definitely more attached to me. But they both know when Lou disciplines them, they don't listen. They don't listen. Because Lou's like, come on, Harley, stop. You can't talk to Harley like that. I think Harley has a hard time hearing, for one. So he's like, Harley, stop. And he's like, Tam, you got to tell Harley to stop. She won't. If he says, come on, let's go to bed, Harley will not go. Me, I go up there, I go up and in. And boom, they go up and in. But it's true. Harley is very attached to him. And it's interesting because Bindi was attached to him as well. Like when Bindi didn't feel good, she would go towards Lou. Maybe she knew he was a medicine man. I don't know. But she would go towards Lou. And it's probably because I want to just hug her and hold her and take care of them, where Lou just lets them come and lay next to him and leaves them alone. Where me, I'm like, oh, my baby, is there something wrong with my baby? What can mama do for you? I'm that crazy dog lady. Yes, I am. But anyway, so we're going to take them to my brother's and we're going to crate them, and it will work out because my brother's he set up a tea time for him and Lou to golf, and I would have to stay home if we didn't have the crates, and Ashley and I are going to have our hair done. So we'll put them in the crates while we're gone and everything will be perfectly fine. And my brother doesn't have a dog. Ashley has two. She had to put Aspen down. Finally, after all these years. That dog was such a trooper, but she did put her down, and it was the best thing she could have done for her, and she's no longer in pain. So that mascara, see how it just pops up against that eyeshadow? Really nice. It is a black mascara. A lot of times I will use brown, but I have found that with age, we lose a lot of our contour, our natural contour, and we lose a lot of the color. Our lashes thin out, although if you use Vitalash, it doesn't, but our lashes will thin out. But I started using black mascara. I always used brown because it just worked for me. All right, so now we're going to go on to Lippies, and I did not bring a red lip liner over here. Let me see what I have. Red may be too strong, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Okay, this one here, let's see. This is I Desire. And ooh, it's so pretty, my friends, so pretty. Let me just show it to you. It's gorgeous. It is perfect for you warm-skinned girls, but it's too much for this look. But look at that. It's just a beautiful, vivid orange. It's really gorgeous. I'm going to use the other one because I just think it's more suited towards this look, but really pretty. I didn't know, I was actually trying to get something a little bit redder, But this one here is really pretty anyway. It's nice. So let's go ahead and I will show you this one. I will swatch it. It's more your nudie pink, and it's very pretty. So there is the nudie pink. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to put this on with, okay, so I'm going to go in with the Rose Natural with this one. I just think it's a better fit. I was going to use nude, but it's a little too brown. So I'll just go a light layer of this. Okay, so there is a light layer of the Chanel Rose Natural. So let's go in with this. This might be a little too bright for this, but we're going to go with it anyway. I just want to see how these feel. They are a thicker formula, but they're not uncomfortable. Very pretty. A little bit lighter than I wanted for this look, but we're going to go with it anyway. And I think I'm going to give a little definition to this lip. I'm going to go in with the Chanel Nude Brun. I just think it leaves a little bit of warmth. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's really pretty. Feels good on the lips. Full coverage too. Very nice. Okay, so, all right, my friends, so there you have it, my life update chit chat video. Again, this video was in collaboration with Nordstrom. Everything on my face you can get at Nordstrom. Most of these products you probably can get in store. If not, you can definitely get them online. So I will have everything listed and linked below for you. All right, my friends, let me know in the comment what's going on in your life. Give me a life update and let me know, what are you doing for the holidays? Are you ready? Are you ready, my friends? Your wreath is made, your decorations are up. Are you ready, my friends? All right, until the next time, my friends, make sure you subscribe. I would love to have you as an ageless beauty. Hit the bell. That will notify you of all the videos that I'm putting up. That's it for me. Love you guys. BISOUS.